Aquarius, this is your chakra check-in for the first part of April 2022. I thought that Gemini was my favorite reading, but then I hit Aquarius. So you win. Partly because I saw some things that I haven't seen before, which is really interesting. I asked, in fact, last night to deepen this practice. I've been getting this intuitive prompt that this practice can be deepened, and I wasn't quite sure if I was ready to commit to the work it takes and, the weird stuff that comes along with deepening these kind of practices. I decided last night I'm ready, and blammo, I get this reading for you, Aquarius. So normally I'm looking at your 7 main chakras, okay? And for you this time, Aquarius, I saw some stuff going on with your aura. And so I'm going to talk more about that and why, and, just to focus on more of this like true upgrade that you're getting. Okay. So I can see that your aura is normally like this yellow color, which, to be honest, I don't read auras. I had to look up what yellow means. It's like, bright, sunny, sunshine, joyous, which is definitely you, although you, Aquarius, get a little bit in on that masculine energy. I can feel sort of like overdoing the doing stuff, like overproductive. However, I see you getting this truly what it was, the way it was described to me was like a complete system upgrade, like you're doing a shutdown and restart right now, sort of from source energy. I didn't get the sense of what this might be preparing you for. I didn't ask, and it doesn't feel important, because what feels important is to talk about the best way that you can sort of like ease in, like be one with this process, and lean into this process rather than fight this process. So again, it feels like your whole energy system is getting this upgrade. I actually didn't check in on your chakras at all. It's almost like you're turned off, shut down, restart, which there's nothing wrong with. It's really cool. So you've got all this energy that's just like, hanging out in here, doing your whole system upgrade, both some deep yellow and white healing energy. So it's pretty cool. Now, let's talk about what this could feel like. Actually, let's talk about how you can be with this process with more ease. So water is going to be really important for you. Drink it, more than you normally do. But if you can be near running water, fresh water, I would avoid putting salt water in your bath if you normally do that, or Epsom salt. However, if you can be in the ocean, get in. I know the ocean has salt, but the ocean is a sentient being, and the ocean knows how to balance out your energy. And when we're putting salt, Epsom salts, or even sea salts into our bath, a lot of time that's cleansing out our energy. In the sense that I got for you was that it's kind of like undoing what's going on. And with this idea of running water, and by the way, the sound of water, the sound of running water, like a stream, a brook, a river, I got the image of like a river running over rocks, the sound of water. So you can actually just look at videos of water, scroll Instagram, wherever you are, and find those cooling, healing waters, the sound, the flow. And I got this image of you sort of moving around, struggling with the stream of the water, and needing to, what would be, I shouldn't say needing to, because this is your choice. What would be beneficial for you is to surrender to the water. Let the water take you. So I saw this image of your arms sort of flailing, and you're kind of trying to come up for air. And then I see this image of you kind of like floating on your back, becoming one with the water, and allowing it to take you where it's trying to take you. Okay? So this idea of surrender right now is going to be very important for you. And if you consider that surrendering to God, higher power, fine. Surrender to God, higher power. If you consider it surrendering to the universe, nature, whatever it is. But this idea of you are one with everything is really important to make this upgrade a little bit easier for you. So I want to talk about I don't want to impose with the power of suggestion what you might be feeling or experiencing, but I did feel the need to kind of address what you might be feeling so that I can put your mind at ease. You could be feeling numb, okay? Emotionally numb, just like, almost like you feel a little bit disconnected from like the world, like, because in a sense you are, right? So you could be feeling this sense of, and not in a way that's like, oh, I wish I could be connected, but just like things are not clicking, computing. It's almost like you might be feeling like, not even like I'm just an alien in this world, but like you're just on a different plane right now. This can make it harder. This can make it harder to relate to people, although they're probably relating to you a lot more. Okay, so if people are coming to you for help, or they're feeling like they can talk to you, this is pretty normal during that time. But know that right now during that time, you don't have to give that back to them, okay? You can say to these people, you can empathize, and you can say, I'm kind of going through some things right now. Can I talk to you about this later or in a week or whatever, okay? Just remember that right now, it's this oxygen mask analogy, right? You've got to put yours on before you put someone else's on. So for right now, it's okay to be introspective, and it's okay to be spending time alone. You might feel like you want more time alone. Give yourself that time, okay? We need that sometimes. You might also be feeling less tolerant of people, okay? Alone time is good. You might also be feeling less tolerant of people. Like, just like, why are people so petty? Why are people worried about these small things when life is so much bigger, and don't they get it? If you go flow with this upgrade and you let it take you where it's wanting to take you, get used to that feeling. Okay? It's okay. When you're living in a different kind of plane, when you're relating from a different perspective, and this doesn't mean better or necessarily higher or lower or whatever, just means that you're relating from a perspective. You have this purview that not a lot of people see, right? So how could you and how could they have these, common perspective when you're on two completely different vantage points? And this is okay. The thing to do is to focus on what you see now from your new vantage point, okay? So once this upgrade is kind of complete, and we'll check back in like a couple of weeks when I do the second part of April, you'll find that things become more clear. But for right now, you're just sort of floating, being. You don't need to be doing anything. Having fun and doing childlike activities and feeling childlike can be very, very important for you right now. Having alone time and all that is good, but you want to get some joy, right? You want to start connecting with whatever it is during this time that makes you feel good. Don't overthink it. If it makes you feel good, do it. And it's not harming anyone else, right? Like, if it makes you feel good to like verbally berate people, probably think about that again. But right now, you're just move towards what makes you feel good. That's part of this same idea of like surrendering to the water. So Aquarius Sorry, I don't have any chakra information for you today, but this is a really cool reading, and I'm curious to see where this goes when I do your check in at the second part of April.